Your dad was there.
I don't remember.
And
You were there,
fucking whatever the fuck, Eric Kaufman like clipped a fucking BMW in the parking lot. And it was a big fucking deal until got it all sorted out.
Got it all Gentalucci'd out.
Wow,
Nice.
what a fucking guy.
Oh, I think I vaguely remember.
I've been watching
the Brighton
this.
Center of VFW. It wasn't VFW.
Yeah.
It's not a VFW. It's Knights of Columbus.
Same shit. Okay.
Yeah. Exact.
Oh, and you have to differentiate. I was like, I don't know what VFW.
Oh my god.
White power people. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
That's what those.
Wow.
VFW is not a white power thing, but
That's
like,
not what. Wow. Okay.
But Knights of Columbus definitely is.
It's
Wow.
an Italian culture.
Yeah. Wow.
What? Okay. Is that what they call the racist clubs?
Hey,
Right.
you want to hang out with the Black Israelites I saw earlier? You want to get down with them?
Black Israelites.
Oh,
Zion.
real.
yeah. Oh wow, Snyder. Let me hear your thoughts.
The Black Israel.
How many Black Israelites do you think there are?
A lot.
They're all black,
Hey, yo.
technically.
I mean,
Who?
that's their name, so I would hope they're black.
We was.
We was kings and shit.
But
But
I've been watching. What fucks me up? I was watching Sopranos a lot recently. It's just like it's the same thing I used to hate about Sons of Anarchy. It's like if you're gonna fuck someone up, you're gonna fuck them up. Like this HBO shit where they're like, "Oh, I hate you. Just saved your life." Like what? like if you were in the mafia, they would for sure kill you, right? Like what?
I hate you.
Ooh, I'm not about. Oh, maybe he's okay.
You watch
Bye.
the Gabagool video.
Same thing in. What is it called? I mean, I just love that video where it's the guy says, "You was kangs."
We was kings and shit.
The ant shit is so good.
I hate that. I hate that. Sorry, can people hear us?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It was kangs
Yeah.
and shit.
Say
Well,
whatever
that's
you want.
no. I mean, I would have gone further, but you know,
You can go further. No one can see your face anymore. They can just hear you.
Shut up. Um,
It's my
What?
brand you'd be soiling.
I do think that there's no reason to change the way people game to be less.
Agreed. Or you can change it in some ways, but you don't have to change it.
I think being at BLS the most diverse type of people I met were the best of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have met those people otherwise because I would have just gone, like my parents would have just tried to send me to a school that wasn't diverse.
Yeah, you just went to like some random Catholic school, probably.
Yeah, because I went to Catholic school for middle school.
Yeah.
And what's a little crazy too is some of the smartest people I know didn't make it until the second half. Like you.
I made it in the first time, I just didn't go.
Well, fuck you. Well, anyway, what I'm saying is, all my friends I didn't meet in 7th grade. I met, or 6th grade. I met after.
I think that the people who went after are probably more interesting.
Yeah, probably. But nothing. It's benefited me greatly to have gone to BLS, and I don't want to see it get socialized.
That's the thing. BLS is not. It's a meritocracy. It's not supposed to be fair. It's never supposed to be fair. Like, that school used to pride itself on literally pushing 2/3 of its body out by just not surviving. It's also a matter of, like, listen, if you told me that minorities aren't getting in at the same numbers, I would go, well, without trying to be rude, that's kind of obvious, because right now we assume. Well, no, hold on, hear me out. No, it's
but
obvious.
Also, they are
it's only
getting
obvious because we assume that in this
minorities.
society, minorities have less, preparations, we're gonna say, because the test itself is not racist.
That's what they say it is.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think is insane.
Like, the
that
test is not
assumption.
racist. The test is difficult. Like, I remember forgetting.
No, they said that memorization.
Yeah, shut up, Anthony, though, for a second. Let's not just speak.
Well, I'm curious about the memorization thing, because there could be some details that I just don't know about. But in the end, for me, it's just all about access and shit. Because I didn't live in Boston when I took the test. I lived in Winthrop. My family was basically going, if you get in, we'll move to Boston, which now isn't even an option. So technically, if things change, I would even had an ability to get in. So all that being said, Boston Latin School was there for people who are making the commitment for the next 6 years or 4 years of their life in 7th grade or 9th grade. Like, I'm pretty sure, Anthony and Bill, you understood the decisions you made to go to Boston Latin. Like, it wasn't just you. So, okay, well, for me, I knew I was changing schools. I was moving away from all my friends and shit like that. So it was kind of like, and it was a decision I was actively making. So, again, I don't want to talk about this
I had no idea. So I took the test with Alec Murray and this other guy I knew from around the way. And later, after the test was over, like, my parents, we were hanging out with, like, me, Alec Murray, and this other guy. And they were like, oh my god, this shit was so hard. Like, I don't know the answer to this, I don't know the answer to that. And I'm like, so definitely kidding. This other guy was fucking retarded. But yeah, like, I didn't even, it was weird because, like, at the time I didn't have to think about it. Like, I just knew it was very multiple choice. It was like, I just knew certain facts. But it's like, I just knew certain facts. There wasn't like a problem to solve. It was like memorization for sure, right? Like, it's like we just had to know.
I mean, you had to do something.
The test was in a knowledge, I think, of not just what you knew, but of your opinion to, frankly, just improvise. Like, the math section of the test went well beyond your expected capability, and it was frankly like, listen, if you knew how to do exponents, you were at a huge advantage. But I would argue that in America, none of those kids in 6th grade knew what exponents were, or how they worked, kind of thing, you know? So that being said, like, remember, I saw exponents in the test, and hear me out. I just tried to square them to an extent, but I didn't know how the bigger numbers worked, so I guessed, you know, kind of thing. And I feel like that happened. I must have guessed right enough times to have gotten myself closer to getting in. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't like
the complaints about the exam for they're saying it's racially biased because it's literally because of memorization. I was like, how is memorization racially?
So what does that mean? Like, wait, you're like, hold on, like, that's a dumb thing. Because you're saying, wait, so other races can't memorize shit as well as this one?
Apparently not, because that's what some studies.
That's literally eugenics. We're not going to get into that topic. We can't even start talking about it.
But they prepared a new exam that doesn't rely on it. It's more logic based. So okay, that's great. There's no vocabulary and stuff. And so, like, okay, so the new exam is more logic based, and I feel it's going to even skew further. I don't understand.
It honestly might skew further. Honestly, so as long as there's a test and it isn't that fucking lottery thing, I'm not down with the lottery. It's got to be a test.
I mean, they're doing lottery this year.
I talked to you about this night or two. Like, I don't know if you're still streaming.
I'm streaming, of course, yeah. Sorry. I mean, there's nothing we're saying is that bad. We're allowed to have opinions.
I was saying, fuck.
Just because they're
with her.
Oh,
bullshit.
don't be. I mean, maybe that's a little bad, but I mean, yeah, whatever.
I don't think anyone.
But I mean, I don't think she's watching. I don't think you're not ever watching. But like,
I found it a little offensive that it's like, listen, because you want us to value your opinion because you're a teacher, well then you can value my opinion as a former fucking student of the place you're talking about, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're posting a status on an institution you've never been in.
This is kind of like Lauren talking about my slavery shirt. It's like, you can have an opinion on it, but don't go have an opinion about someone else.
Slightly
I don't know. I mean, shit. You might catch some shit other than Lauren. So
yeah, I was like, you might catch some more shit than Lauren for. I don't know.
Lauren's not the only person that would say shit about that. Like
slavery shirt.
Yeah, like 100%. Someone else would say that. Yeah. But I did not appreciate. What's her name? Darby's post on Facebook about how we should save this of Boston Latin. Ooh, rare. It was like, I do not approve. I don't think America will survive as a place if we always just like give such grace to everybody. Ooh, yeah, ooh. Like,
it's crazy because there's a phenomenon at BLS that I feel like a lot of BLSers are super hyper liberal, but to be fair, a lot of BLSers are frankly ignorant of the bias they've inherently learned by going to a place like BLS where everyone is driven and motivated, etc. You know what I mean?
Like, I think it depends on what teachers you had as well. There is super
the only
liberal, like
the actual reasons.
But just being surrounded by people like that, like I'll never forget, like the first time I was in school.
Mr. Chapman maybe memorized the map of Africa, but none of the other maps. So
Mr. Chapman, exactly, yeah.
To be honest,
legitimately, like memorized the map, but no other map.
But he would have openly admitted, be like, he would literally, if you gave him shit, he'd be like, well, listen, you never had to look at Africa on a map in your life before, but you know all 50 states, so you can do it this time, is what he would say, I think, to your face.
But I didn't know all 50 states.
I don't know.
I don't know them now. I don't know. I know half of Europe, so I guess
it definitely varied on the teachers, but I felt like at least just the student body, like when you're around people like that, it rubs off on you, you know?
Yeah, it matters.
But people who just like facing history in themselves, all this other nonsense.
Facing history was a really good class. It just honestly, people got a little.
Face my cock.
I mean, also we took U.S. history with fucking what's his name's history books. Zinn. Howard Zinn, yeah.
Oh, the fucking People's History of the United States, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's literally ultra fucking left-wing history of the United States. Like,
but a good one,
But I mean,
then we also had teachers like Miss Elliott, Miss Elliott's a pretty conservative teacher, but she's still my best teacher in the country.
Howard Zinn was extremely like Marxist.
Dude, when I went to college, I was like, I don't know what's happening. I was like, these people suck.
Like, college was just
in every class. I was like, "What is happening?"
That's the thing.
That's a matter of
that's the effect BLS needs to continue having. Like, if kids don't leave BLS, go to college, and aren't immediately like, "Wow, what everyone told me, this is harder than school." Like, if they don't
nothing
have
was
that
harder.
epiphany,
it was easier.
Yeah,
it was definitely easier.
You know what I mean? Like, exactly. BLS should be the hardest challenge in people's lives. It absolutely should be. And if it's not, then it's not BLS. That's my opinion on it.
Can't find what I'm trying to do right now.
And honestly, I would even argue, and this is where it might sound fucked up, for the minorities that are allegedly being discriminated against for not being in there, I would argue that that's a reflection of our society.
Oh,
and
I mean,
you need to, frankly,
you're
gonna have to survive that no matter what. And maybe BLS is doing its part in contributing to that survival instinct. I don't know. That's not great. It's not an excuse either.
Do you not think they know that? Oh my God.
I mean, it's.
But yeah,
it's just how
time I got robbed at Copinger.
I'm gonna stop streaming so we can just fucking chit chat.
Yeah. What the fuck?